guys, it's Kelly. I am back with another process video for my Creative Scrapbook Kit Club, and I am using their August main kit this month, and it is primarily Fancy Pants, Sunshine and Happiness, I believe is the name of the collection, with a little bit of Bella Boulevard Illustrated Faith thrown in there. And it has just been a fun kit. I am scrapping this picture of my daughter. This is an old photo. It's probably at least 7 years old. I need to look up the date. And it was just one of the neighborhood friends, and they were goofing off and having fun, and that's it. So I wanted to really showcase a bunch of the pattern papers on this layout. You know, some of the prints that I have already printed, like the photos, I don't want to reprint them in smaller sizes if I don't need to, just because, you know, I already have them printed in 4x6 and just go ahead and use those. I would have, you know, preferred it to be a little bit smaller, but I don't mind scrapping 4x6 photos. I know that the trend right now is smaller photos, but for me, I like to mix it up and do a combination of both. So I knew that I wanted to really showcase a bunch of the papers. Good grief, I can't speak this morning. And so I just made some cuts in some of the papers just as a general guideline. And this is not how the layout stays, but it is pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead in just a minute and start pulling out some of the embellishments that I'm thinking that I wanted to use. And I also just trimmed a little bit of that paper away because I loved it so much. I just gutted that floral and that pink diagonal stripe as well. And I will do this especially in the beginning of a kit, just because I know that those are two of the papers that I love, and I want to make sure that I have as much of that as I can hold on to. And that's just because, you know, I tend to reach for those papers more. They're more of my color. They just fit my personality. So these are strips that I had previously trimmed off one of the 12x12 papers, and I decided to use those as a border for the top and bottom. And I just like the way that it brings in another paper that goes well with everything since it's all from the same collection, and I also like the way that it helps frame the layout. So I am liking the way that this is starting to come together, so I want to go ahead and get things stuck down. This layout was pretty quick for me to put together. I think it was like 45 minutes. I couldn't believe, usually I'm a little bit over an hour. So if I can do something that quick, sometimes it's just a nice little surprise. So I did want to also do some photo corners. This wood grain paper in this Fancy Pants collection is a beautiful color of wood grain, and I say that just because, you know, there's so many different wood grains. Some of them are pretty dark, but this one is pretty light, and I just am enjoying that wood grain as opposed to some of the darker ones. So I decided that I wanted to have my title be the Illustrated Faith chipboard that was included in the kit, and this love that I am going to use is the perfect size to go on the doily, and I just thought that it would, you know, be perfect for this because I'm going to talk about in my journaling how, you know, neighborhood friends just having fun, and, you know, this is, as a parent, what you love to see. So I decided not to put a doily behind my photo, even though I liked the way it looked, because I wanted to use this doily ephemera piece that came in the collection pack. And I just, you know, if I'm going to use more than one doily, I like them to have the same either look or shape or the edging for it to be the same. And the doilies that I would use behind the photo are definitely a lot different than this doily that I wanted to use behind the title. So I just took a strip of that wood grain and I cut a very fine strip and I grounded it under the title. I felt like where the O and the V were above the little banner that it was some trap space, and I thought maybe if I put a little bit more into that title that it would help ground it, and I liked the way that that turned out without adding a bunch of another paper or more dark colors or anything to that nature. So I just showed you where I went ahead and stitched with my sewing machine just around some of the paper layers. I just love the look that it gives to a layout, and you know, for me, I probably stitch on at least 75% of my layouts, if not more. I am going to pop up this cloud, and the flare that was including in this kit, this yellow one, I thought would be perfect to pair with these clouds and make it appear to be like a sunshine. And you know, that's pretty much it. I do have some close-ups at the end, and I just wanted to thank you guys for joining me today. And I will have all the kit details located under the details part of the video, so check them out if you are interested. Thanks so much and have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.